Hey guys, so I wasn't gonna do one because my eyes look bad, but the Patriots are so awful that well, screw it. We'll do one. We'll do a stupid stream with my bloody eyes from my LASIK. So Patriots have no offense, and Brady's getting pissed about it. Nobody gets open, and it's got to stop. So I'm at the point where if I don't see Antonio Brown back on this team next week, I don't know what the hell they're doing. You've got you look. I said weeks ago, I like this new trade. I've changed my mind. It was not a good trade. Sanu is basically another Edelman, a worse Edelman. Why would you trade for? First of all, you should have traded for Emmanuel Sanders, who's an outside receiver. Okay, you did not need another inside receiver. Edelman is the only good player on this damn team, and James White. Both of them are being taken away because you can take away a team's number 1 and number 2. We don't have a number 3. So, I mean, who's going to make a play? Myers occasionally. Dorsett couldn't make a play if you paid off the entire defense. He had one good playoff run. The guy's not a good receiver. You got Matt Lacoste. Jesus Christ, Lacoste is one of the worst tight ends in the league. So, you could run screens, but the line sucks. I mean, Isaiah Wynn was supposed to solve our problems. Really? I guess he's slightly better than Newhouse, but he hasn't been very good. He's gotten beat like 3 or 4 times already. Marcus Cannon not having a great game. I don't know what has happened to this offensive line. I mean, the best guy on the offensive line this year has been Ted Karras. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry, that's embarrassing. Shaq Mason, I don't know what happened to him. Tooney, I don't know what happened to him. The offensive line was the strength of the team last year, and you still got most of those guys. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, Brady's stats are terrible. It's not Brady's fault. I mean, you watch the games. He does everything he can with what he's got. He's just got nothing to work with. I mean, he's pointing at N'Keal Harry on one of the plays, and this is just apropos for all the games that go on. He's going, Harry, turn around, run downfield. You got the guy beat. He's coming up. Just turn around and run downfield. No, I'm just going to look at you, Tom. So then Tom has to throw it away behind him. Jesus Christ, Harry, if you just turned around and ran downfield, the other guy was playing up. You would have been open, and you might have even had a touchdown. Yeah, I mean, the defense is playing fine, but they can only do so much. As soon as they lose a game, 14-7, and this could be the game, the defense is going to stop playing. Because what's the point? It's the exact same thing that happened to Denver after Peyton left. They still had that elite defense, and then what happened? Halfway through the year, the defense said, screw it. We're done trying. We're not going to sit here and lose games 6-3. We're just not going to do it. And that's the danger that this team is having. You have the best defense I've ever seen, and they're wasting it. And unfortunately, because the NFL is weird and Baltimore out of nowhere with a pretty mediocre roster is somehow the best team in football now, which to me baffles me because I look at their team. Who do they have that's any good? They have terrible receivers. I mean, Marquise Brown is okay. They have good tight ends. They have a good running back, and they have an okay offensive line. And a defense that's, the secondary is good, but other than that, not very good. And somehow they won 10 games out of nowhere. It's really strange. Like, nobody thought the Ravens were going to win 14 games. And that's what it looks like they're going to do. So, I don't know. I mean, suddenly Lamar Jackson is Aaron Rodgers, which makes no sense to me. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's not elite. So I don't know what happened there. It's just bizarre. I guess it's just gimmicky stuff that teams haven't figured out yet for whatever reason. But, I mean, the Ravens just confuse me because I really don't see that great a team on paper. So I don't know what happened with them. I mean, somehow their offense is better than Kansas City's. Like, how's that possible? Kansas City has Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, on top of which you have all those speedsters on the outside, in addition to Tyreek Hill. I mean, the Chiefs should be 100 times better than the Ravens on offense, and yet they're not. It just doesn't make any sense. The NFL just makes no sense. I mean, somehow Cleveland goes in and decimates Baltimore. And then Baltimore turns around and wins 9 straight. I mean, they should have lost today. The 49ers had that game won earlier. I watched that whole game. 49ers had it won. All they had to do was run the ball on the 4th and 1. They could have run the whole clock out, or at least the vast majority of it, kicked a field goal, and then Baltimore was not going to score a touchdown. I mean, Baltimore was bad in that game. And they would have walked away with the win. For some reason, they decided to try to make Jimmy Garoppolo a hero, which makes no sense. So Shanahan cost him that game. So, naturally, when we needed a favor, San Francisco decided not to do it for us. Hopefully, Buffalo can actually do what San Francisco couldn't. I think Buffalo does match up well against the Ravens, but that's like the last opportunity for the Ravens to lose, really. I mean, they've had a stretch of games of what, Houston, LA, San Francisco, and now Buffalo. I thought for sure one of those 4 games they were going to lose, because those are 4 elite teams. They blew out Houston, yet now we're struggling against Houston. Houston's like the worst of the division leaders. I mean, their defense is atrocious, so I don't know what's going on. If we can't score against Houston, Jesus Christ, who are we going to score against? This is Miami Dolphins level of bad offense. I mean, really, this is bad. They're going to lose the number 1 seed. They're probably going to lose this game. Got Kansas City next week. They're probably going to lose that game. So now you're going to be, they'll probably win the last 3 games, because it's Buffalo, the Jets, and who the hell?
Were worse than the Dolphins.
Miami, I think.
The Dolphins won today. They beat the Eagles.
The Dolphins beat the Eagles? Jesus Christ. Wow, the NFL makes no sense. The Bengals won today, too.
So did the Redskins.
Yes, Houston has one of the worst secondaries in the league. They also have, their whole defense is set up from the front 4. Mainly the edge rushers, J.J. Watt, merciless. J.J. Watt's gone, so all you have is merciless. So all you do is shift protection to merciless, and then really Houston has nothing. So Houston's defense is not good. And they're covering our receivers. I mean, to their credit, they have a great game plan. Double Edelman and hit White every time he goes out of the backfield. Well, those are the only 2 guys that are good on the team. So now the one thing that they may have found at the end of the first half here is they're following Edelman through the double coverage no matter what. So, we have the Bengals. That's right. Bengals, Buffalo, and Miami. I knew they had 3 easy. Well, the Bills are hard, but they're not going to lose to the Bills at home. So, no, they're not getting open. Sanu's garbage. I mean, screw him at this point. He sucks. I don't know how he was ever any good on Atlanta, because he's terrible. I mean, my God, is Sanu bad. First of all, he drops everything lately, so they got him punt returning now. He's a terrible punt returner, so he can't do anything well. He can block okay on the outside, I guess. But why did they get him? It's just they gave a 2nd-round pick away for Mohamed Sanu. I mean, Jesus Christ. I would have given a 5th round at most for a guy at that level of his play right now. I mean, he's terrible. He's clearly regressed, and Atlanta was right to get rid of his ass. What a bum he is lately. Jesus, Sanu is bad. Myers has been the best receiver on the team other than Edelman, and that's not good. Harry sucks, man. They shouldn't have drafted him. He's too slow. I mean, he can make contested catches. That's about it. He's too goddamn slow. He really is. He's just too slow. And he doesn't have good chemistry with Brady. He had better chemistry with Stidham in the preseason, but I mean, when Brady is screaming at you, go downfield, and you sit there and look at him, what are you doing? Harry is allegedly the guy they wanted. So, I mean, from what I read, Harry was the guy they wanted. It's not like it. I mean, I'm sure there were other guys they were looking at, but Harry and Johan Williams were the two guys they wanted in the top rounds. And Johan Williams, they never play. So I don't know. Why did you draft him? I mean, their best player that they drafted is Bailey, the punter. In fact, he's probably the third best player on the whole team, our punter. I guess we can take solace in the fact that we have the best punter in football by a mile. I mean, Bailey is amazing, but whoop-de-doo. So, I mean, this is such a lopsided team. Best defense, best special teams, worst offense in the league. It's basically the Denver Broncos, and except worse because no run game and nothing. No, he has no time at all. He has like an extra half a second now because of Isaiah Wynn. It's terrible. I mean, he's 7-19 for 82 yards. I mean, the play of the game so far has been Deshaun Watson escaping John Simon. What the hell is John Simon doing? Why are you letting the guy go? Wrap him up and hold him. No. Instead, you're going to try to pull him down. No, just wrap him up and hold him, and the play's dead. And Jesus Christ. That cost him the touchdown because it would have been 2nd and 20, and the drive is dead. Then they're also getting killed by Duke Dawson in the backfield. But, I mean, you can't go out of that man coverage. It's the strength of your team. So, but you're going to have to motion somebody else other than Hightower and Van Noy on Dawson. You're going to have to do something else. At least hit the guy when he comes out of the backfield. You got to knock him on his ass. Do what you did to the Rams, what you did to Falk. You know, hit him. If he's going to come out and run a route, you hit him and you put Dawson on the ground. Yeah, I know AB's an asshole, but so what at this point? I mean, all reports I'm reading are the players want him back, the coaches want him back. It's only Robert Kraft that doesn't because his ego got hurt. So bring him back at this point. Brady is screaming on the sideline like nobody's getting open. What am I supposed to do? I don't know, guys. No, they're kicking off, so I guess I'm going to end the stream. The recap will be up, I don't know, tomorrow probably. Because I got a freaking doctor's appointment for my eyes tomorrow in the middle of the goddamn blizzard, so that'll be fun. And, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I think they're going to lose this game. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the one thing I would say is motion Edelman outside and try to get Myers on the inside. Maybe Lacoste on a seam. That's all they can do. All right. Later, guys.